Lobsters are one of the most iconic seafood products on Earth, associated with luxury, coastal culture, and unforgettable meals. Yet behind every lobster tail in a supermarket freezer, or every cooked lobster in a restaurant tank, is a highly coordinated system that begins far out at sea and ends inside precision-controlled processing plants. What seems like a simple seafood delicacy is actually the result of rugged commercial fishing, strict sustainability rules, cold chain engineering, industrial cooking lines, and packaging technology designed to keep a fragile product fresh and safe. And today on The How Factory, we're going deep into the world of lobster harvesting and processing to see exactly how lobsters are caught, cooked, and packed for stores worldwide. Lobster has not always been considered a luxury food. Centuries ago, lobsters were so abundant along some coastlines that they were viewed as low-status food, often fed to prisoners or used as fertilizer. But as demand grew and lobster populations became more carefully managed, lobster shifted from common coastal protein to premium seafood. Modern lobster industries, especially in regions like the North Atlantic, rely on strict management to maintain healthy populations. And that regulation shapes every step of the supply chain. The journey begins on commercial lobster boats working in cold ocean waters. Lobsters are caught primarily using traps, also known as pots. These traps are designed to attract lobsters with bait, allow them to crawl in, and prevent them from escaping. Fishermen bait traps using fish heads or other bait sources, then lower them to the ocean floor using weighted lines connected to surface buoys. Each buoy marks the location of a trap line, which may hold multiple traps linked together. Traps are left on the seabed for a set time, allowing lobsters to enter. Then the boat returns to haul them up using hydraulic winches. This is where the work becomes intense. Trap lines are heavy, wet, and often pulled up in rough seas. As traps break the surface, crews quickly unload lobsters onto sorting tables. Speed matters because lobsters are living animals, and their condition determines product quality. Sorting begins immediately on deck. Lobsters are measured using gauge tools to ensure they meet legal size requirements. Undersized lobsters are returned to the ocean to protect future stock. Many fisheries also protect breeding females. Egg-bearing females, often identified by eggs under the tail, are released. In some regions, fishermen cut a notch in the tail of breeding females before release, marking them so they remain protected if caught again. This kind of regulation helps sustain lobster populations over decades. Only legal, healthy lobsters are kept. They are placed into onboard tanks or storage compartments. Modern boats often use circulating seawater systems to keep lobsters alive and reduce stress. Stress affects meat quality, so maintaining oxygen and temperature is critical. Once the boat reaches shore, lobsters move into the next stage, holding and distribution. At the dock, lobsters are unloaded and transferred into refrigerated transport, or live holding facilities. Many lobsters are shipped live directly to markets, but for supermarket products, lobsters often enter processing plants where they are cooked, frozen, and packaged. Before processing, lobsters are held in large saltwater tanks designed to simulate ocean conditions. Water temperature, salinity, and oxygen levels are monitored constantly. Holding tanks may include filtration systems and chillers to keep lobsters stable and calm. When lobsters are ready for processing, the facility moves quickly. The first step is inspection and cleaning. Lobsters are checked for damage or weakness. Only healthy specimens are processed because quality starts with a strong animal. Lobsters may be rinsed with clean water to remove debris from shells. Now comes one of the most important stages: cooking. Industrial lobster cooking is designed for speed and consistency. Lobsters are typically cooked in large continuous steamers or boiling systems. Some plants use steam because it cooks evenly without waterlogging the meat. Others use boiling vats. Cooking time depends on lobster size, but precision is critical. Undercooking can create food safety risks and poor texture, while overcooking makes meat tough and rubbery. In continuous cooking systems, lobsters move on conveyors through steam chambers. Temperature and dwell time are controlled tightly. In batch systems, lobsters are loaded into baskets and lowered into boiling water. Once cooking is complete, lobsters are rapidly cooled. Cooling is essential to stop cooking immediately and preserve texture. Some plants use chilled water baths, while others use air chilling or ice slurry systems. After cooling, lobsters move into processing lines for different product types. For whole-cooked lobsters, they may be packaged immediately after cooling. For lobster meat products, the next stage is cracking and extraction. Shelling lobsters is labor-intensive, even in modern plants. Some facilities use mechanical cracking machines that break claws and knuckles quickly, allowing workers to extract meat more easily. Tails are split and meat is pulled out. The goal is to keep meat intact while minimizing shell fragments. Some plants produce claw meat, tail meat, and knuckle meat separately, because each type has different texture and value. Meat extraction requires precision and cleanliness. Shell fragments are carefully removed and meat is inspected for quality. Any damaged or discolored meat is rejected. Metal detectors and X-ray inspection systems may be used to ensure no shell pieces remain in final products. Once extracted, lobster meat may be portioned into retail sizes. Some products are sold as chilled cooked meat, while others are frozen for long shelf life. Freezing is done rapidly using blast freezers to prevent large ice crystals that damage texture. Quick freezing preserves the delicate structure of lobster meat, keeping it firm after thawing. For lobster tails, many plants produce frozen tails by separating them from the body after cooking or sometimes processing them raw depending on market preference. The tails are cleaned, trimmed, and frozen quickly. Some are packaged individually while others are grouped into bags. Packaging is a major stage in lobster processing. Lobster products must be protected from oxygen, moisture loss, and contamination. Vacuum sealing is common for lobster meat, removing air to extend shelf life and prevent freezer burn. Modified atmosphere packaging may also be used for refrigerated products. Labels are applied with full traceability: harvest region, processing date, batch codes, and expiration dates. This tracking is critical for seafood safety regulations and consumer confidence. Finished lobster products move into cold storage. Refrigerated lobster meat must remain cold and stable until delivery. Frozen lobster must remain below freezing throughout the supply chain. Cold chain logistics are essential. Temperature data loggers may track shipments to ensure product integrity. Distribution is global. Lobsters may be shipped to supermarkets, wholesalers, restaurants, and export markets. Live lobster shipments require oxygenated packaging and temperature control to keep animals alive. Cooked and frozen products rely on refrigerated trucks and shipping containers. Every delay or temperature spike can reduce quality. Behind the scenes, lobster processing plants operate under strict food safety standards. Seafood is highly perishable, so sanitation is constant. Equipment is cleaned frequently. Workers follow hygiene rules. Facilities monitor microbial levels and water quality. Cooking and cooling steps are validated for safety to ensure bacteria are eliminated and products remain stable. Sustainability is also central to lobster production. Regulated trap limits, size requirements, and breeding protections are designed to maintain lobster populations long-term. Many fisheries track catch volumes and enforce seasonal restrictions. Responsible lobster industries depend on healthy oceans, so managing harvest levels is essential. What makes lobster processing remarkable is the speed required to preserve quality. Lobsters are living animals until the moment they are cooked. Once cooked, the clock begins immediately. The entire chain, from boat to cooker to packaging, is designed to minimize time and maximize freshness. From rough seas and heavy traps to steaming chambers and vacuum sealers, the journey of lobster is a fusion of rugged fishing tradition and modern industrial control. Every lobster on a store shelf represents hours of labor and a system engineered to deliver premium seafood safely to millions of customers. And that is exactly how lobsters are caught, sorted, cooked, cooled, shelled, packed, frozen, and shipped, transforming live ocean crustaceans into store-ready products through one of the most demanding seafood supply chains on Earth. Thanks for watching The How Factory, where we reveal how the world really works. Don't forget to like, subscribe, and join us again for more deep dives into the farms, factories, and systems behind the foods we eat every day.